There's a lot of things in play, but what's the mood? How things?
Yeah, things have been good. I mean, we've got a group that's working. Like everybody else, deal with a little bit of injury bug this time of year in college basketball. But in general, really enjoyed the way the guys have worked. And so they've been super receptive, and we're learning each other, and they're learning me, I'm learning them, our staff. And so no, it's been good. I mean, that part of it every day has been a joy to come to work with these guys.
Your first year as a head coach here. What have mentors told you about that first year, as far as little bugs?
Yeah, it's fine. Obviously, Coach L, talked to him a lot about it. I had Jeff Van Gundy here today, who's a guy I've leaned on throughout the years. I think we've got to, just find a way to play winning basketball, and sometimes when you are playing winning basketball, that doesn't mean you win, right? But you doing the things that go into winning, the things that you can control, as they say. So, we're playing defense and, rebounding and sharing the ball and, playing hard, playing with purpose. If we can get to that point, I think that's a good start for us in the first year.
Every time there's a transition, there's always new players coming in, but five of your top 7 guys, minute-wise, from last year are back. How does that assist with the transition? Because these guys, they're learning you, but they know each other.
Yeah, I think for me, the benefit of not, having a mass exodus per se, where that has happened a little bit in college basketball, is there is some continuity. We do have an older group. We have some experience. We have a lot of guys that have been in college but maybe don't have a ton of experience, but in terms of playing. But I think it's been great for me to have an older group, not a lot of younger guys to bring along within the transition. Really, Max is sort of really the only one because he sat out last year at Kansas State, so he's almost like a freshman again. But everybody else, has in some ways they've played for 3 college coaches, right? Like a lot of guys. So I think that they're used to, having a coach come in and implementing some sort of system.
Noel Brown saw him this summer at the Kenner League, and it was clear that he improved a lot offensively. He took his time, used his dribble, got to his spots, and then finished inside. Just talk about his growth over the summer.
Yeah, he did a great job getting his body really in great shape. He's been very diligent as a worker. He's had a great attitude. And, I read some of the stuff. I obviously didn't see it, but, was encouraged to hear that he was having some success this summer. And that allowed for him to, I think, bring that confidence into the spring, fall, practice season. And, with Hunter out, it's given him an opportunity to, get a ton of reps. And hopefully, for a guy, big guys, it takes them longer a lot of times. So to get this amount of reps, in the fall practice season, I think has been good for him as well.
And one more question, Daniel Nixon. You just talked about Max Edwards. What are you expecting from them? I know they're younger class guys.
Yeah, man, those guys are younger players that have yet to make any sort of mark, in college basketball. So they're being evaluated every day, in practice. And the good news for those guys is there's great opportunity. Our backcourt is not deep, and so there's opportunity for those guys to come to compete for minutes.
As far as your staff, what's your philosophy in using your assistants? Do they kind of get an area of focus? How do you assign roles and responsibilities to them?
We sort of, and we did it a little bit differently at Miami and George Mason, but we have one coach that's sort of in charge of the scout of the opponent all the time. So he scouts the whole, season of the opponent scout. And then we have one that's in charge of the offense, one that's in charge of the defense, and then coaches within the staff that kind of work with them through that. For us, we are inclusive though, so it's not like, we're not delegating and saying, hey, we're not paying attention to this, right? We're ultimately, it's my responsibility for how the team performs, and those guys have a tremendous amount of input and respect for me in terms of their acumen. But ultimately, it's very collaborative, and we're able to talk through all these things. But just from a workflow standpoint, it's important to give people certain things.
And are you at where you would think that you would be here in this part of the calendar? Are you behind, or what's your implementation?
You know what? Just unfortunately, again, I understand that everyone's kind of gone through this, but the summer we were pretty knock on wood injury free, and so the full group we were able to do a good bit with the full group. Unfortunately, we just have not been that way in the fall, especially, like, you know, to be honest, in the last 2.5 weeks where you're sort of gearing up to play, we've gotten hit with the injury bug and the COVID bug. And again, that's not it's not proprietary information, right? But so we've had a little bit of that, and so my hope was that we would be really ready and have built some chemistry going into the first exhibition and the first scrimmage with the whole group. We haven't quite gotten that way. It may take us a little bit longer. Hopefully, knock on wood, as we get back healthier.
So what did you have any sort of big takeaways from the Drexel scrimmage?
Yeah, you know, I think the good news for us is that, you know, we treat those things almost, you know, we don't want to even prepare for them the way we're going to prepare for this game here. We kind of like to get thrown in the fire a little bit. And I think some of our deficiencies, you know, certainly showed up. I thought we had great attitudes. We gave very good effort. We played without two guys that I think will play a lot of minutes in that game. So again, it's hard to judge us in that sense. But we're able to pull some things that really, you know, I think we can use going forward, and we have used in the last week or so in practice.
So obviously Western Connecticut State on Sunday.
Yeah.
Can you talk about the story behind, because head coach Western
He was a
Connecticut State.
great friend of mine.
Yeah. So can you just talk about your connection and story? Because it seems like it goes way.
Yeah, Guy Rancourt and I lived on the same block. He's about 6 or 7 years older than me. Went to my high school, played at my high school. Somebody I looked up to, and he looked after me almost like a little brother. And really, he's kind of the person that got, I would say, gave me the bug to be both a college basketball player, and then eventually as he got into coaching, I got into coaching. I don't want to say because of him, but I didn't know what probably coaching was if it wasn't for him, right? So I was able to do that, and you know, he's been a great friend and somebody that you know, I've been very close to for a long time.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be pretty special to be first head coaching game against someone who you know since you were
Yeah,
4
you know,
years
when you
old.
think about life coming full circle, and you know, we've been very fortunate to, you know, be able to do this for a long time, and you know, whatever dreams of coaching we both had. He's been a very successful Division III coach, and you know, for me to get the opportunity to be a head coach at GW is you know, a dream. For that to happen and for us to be here Sunday doing that is pretty cool.
Speaking of Sunday, what are you looking from of the team this weekend?
Yeah, again, it's sort of the same thing we've talked about all summer and into the fall here. Is, you know, I'd love to play really hard. I'd love to defend the rebound, and I'd love to share the ball, you know, and stick together and hope that we can start to develop a little bit of identity of those things as a group, you know. And you know, we're not going to have everybody, but hopefully we're working closer to having everybody for our opener. But it's an opportunity to play with the lights on too. I think that's important, especially for our staff, first time going through it. Some of the logistics of just playing a game with the lights on versus scrimmage is probably a good thing for us.
Cool.